Actress Susan Sarandon has sparked controversy yet again by taking to social media to minimise the devastating attack on Israel by Hamas terrorists on October 7, which claimed the lives of 1,200 people. The activist posted this message on X, which says, "Don't let anyone tell you it started on October 7, 2023. She posted this message just one day after the 100-day anniversary of the attack, while many Jewish families are still grieving from losing their loved ones on that horrific day, and while Hamas terrorists say that the fate of the many Israeli hostages has become unknown. Susan Sarandon was recently forced to apologise to the Jewish community for the comments she made at a pro-Palestine rally, where she claimed that American Jews are getting a taste of what it feels like to be a Muslim in this country amid an alarming rise of anti-Semitism.
There are a lot of people that are afraid of being Jewish at this time and are getting a taste of what it feels like to be a Muslim in this country, so often subjected to violence."
Susan Sarandon was dropped from her Hollywood agency, UTA, after making those remarks. The actress and activist admitted that the phrasing was a terrible mistake and she deeply regrets hurting people with her comments. But it appears the actress has caused offence again with her new post. One person replied saying, "Imagine the good you could do if you just exhibited empathy for both sides of this conflict and called out Hamas for its uniquely horrific actions and its responsibility for setting off what ensued. Instead, you keep going with the anti-Semitic party line of your masters." Another wrote, "P.S. Being an anti-Semite doesn't make you an activist." Another posted, "You might as well take this down now instead of apologising for it later again." Meanwhile, in the Middle East, terrorist group Hamas has released a video of the bodies of 2 hostages. It claims the 2 men were killed by Israel airstrikes. It follows a video Hamas released yesterday of the 2 hostages asking Israel to stop bombing Gaza. The Israel military denies they were killed by Israel, and Hamas is carrying out psychological warfare.
On Sunday, Hamas released a video of Noah Argamani, Yossi Sharabi, and Itai Seversky. In it, they were shown asking the Israeli government to stop fighting in Gaza and to secure their release. Tonight, Hamas released a new video showing the bodies of Yossi and Itai, claiming that they were killed in Israeli airstrikes.
You know I love you so.
In Hostage Freedom Square in Tel Aviv, where for 101 days they have gathered, sung and prayed for the hostages to come home, the news that 2 more wouldn't come out alive was just starting to sink in.
איתי לא נורה על ידי כוחותינו, זהו שקר של חמאס.
Itai was not shot by our forces. This is a lie by Hamas. The building where they were held was not a target and was not attacked by our forces. If we knew their location in real time, we don't attack a place where we know there might be abductees.
This is why Israel says it needs to continue fighting in Gaza. A terror attack in Israel in the town of Ra'ana, north of Tel Aviv. The terrorists stole vehicles and drove into bus stops, hitting Israeli civilians, killing 1 woman in her 70s and injuring 17 others, including children. 2 Palestinian men from the West Bank city of Hebron have been arrested. They are relatives and were working in Israel illegally.
They didn't start ramming into security forces or police. They looked where they would find a mass of civilians standing, like at the bus stop right behind us, rammed their car straight into it, got out of the car, stole another car, and continued their attack until police were able to close in on the net of where they were and stop them and prevent them from harming any more civilians.
Israeli police say they have foiled dozens of potential terror attacks since October the 7th. Israel is coming under increasing international pressure for a ceasefire. But many Israelis and the Israeli government will say this is exactly why they need to keep fighting Hamas, to stop terror attacks from Gaza and from the West Bank. The Israeli government maintains that military force is the best way to pressure Hamas into another hostage deal. Not everyone in Israel agrees with that, and the news of 2 more dead hostages might further divide the country.